Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do the Thursday vocabulary page. And again, I'm going to type it in for you this week so that you can see what that looks like. So I'm going to go into Google Classroom. Actually, I'm going to go into Docs because I have it on a doc, but you're going to go into Google Classroom and look for the assignment when you have it. So I'm going to come into here and I have my Thursday vocabulary page. My first step is always to write my name at the top or to type it in. My next step is to make sure that I get them in the correct order. They have to be in ABC order, alphabetical order. So I'm going to start with A. There's no words with A, none with B. C is the first two words. I have craftsmanship and concerned. And I know that concerned has a CO, so it's going to be concerned. And then I'm going to have number 2 be craftsmanship. And if you get the numbers messed up, if you could just bring them back in line, you put your cursor right here and then you click delete and it lines them back up so that it's really easy for me to grade. And then CD, I have no D, but I have an E. I have exhibition. So I have exhibition. Then number 4, I have feast. So I have an F as my next word. Then I'm coming over to number 5, and I have G for glorious. Then I come over to number 6. I have HIJKLM. So I'm going to put model in here. NOPQRS. So I have studio and streak. They both have ST, but one has STU and one has STR. So I know that streak comes first because E comes before U in the alphabet. Now I'm going to double check and make sure that I have them placed correctly, because if I don't have them placed correctly, that means I get a lot of the other answers wrong. So I have concern with a CO, then a CR, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, S, T, R, E, S, T, U, U comes after R. Okay, now I'm going to put the parts of speech and also the synonyms. So I come in here and the part of speech for the first word for number 1 is concerned. And concerned is an adjective. So I'm going to write ADJ, period, and I'm going to put a little hyphen, and then I'm going to put interested. And then I'm going to back up. I am going to hit delete, back that up a little bit. Second word is, my second word is hidden on here, but it's craftsmanship. So I'm going to put a noun, and I'm going to write artistry. And again, if I get it out of line, I'm going to put the cursor next to the number and hit delete to get it back in line. And then number 3 is, the third word is exhibition. So I'm going to write on here a public display of art presentation. So it's a noun, and it's presentation. And the fourth word is feast. So that is a noun. And repast is the synonym. Then I'm going to look at number 5. Number 5 is glorious, right? So this is an adjective, and amazing was our synonym. And then number 6 was model. Model's a noun. And the synonym for model is sample. And then number 7, the last word, actually it's not the last one. Number 7 is streak. And a streak is a noun. And it is a long, oops, I'm sorry, I'm putting the synonym, hello, smudge. And number 8 got a little bit out of whack, so I'm just putting it back into place. And then I have number 8 is studio. And that was on our list last week too. It's a noun. And we're going to use the same atelier, the same synonym. Now, for definitions, you might want to go ahead and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because that's a little bit easier. So I'm going to do this. And you can do this on your paper. I don't care. Right? You can line them all up. Okay, so here we go. Number one was concerned, right? And so the definition is interested or affected. Number 2, the word was, let's see, artistry is craftsmanship. So we're going to say the definition is the skilled. That's so funny. I have a friend named Todd, and he is a craftsman. He does beautiful repair work at people's houses. He does woodworking. He makes jewelry. And his name of his company is Artisan Craftsmanship. Which sounds exactly like our definition and our synonym altogether. Number 3 is presentation, and that's exhibition. So it's a public display of art. Number 4 is, let's see, our word on number 4, I'm going to have to sneak a peek. Our word on number 4 is feast. So we're going to say it is any rich or abundant meal. Okay, and then we're going to go to number 5. And number 5 is glorious. So we're going to say it's delightful, wonderful. Number 6 is going to end up on the next page. That's fine. We're not wasting paper because it's virtual paper. Number 6 is, let's see, number 6 is model. Model is an example or representation. I spelled that wrong. When you spell something wrong on the computer, I'll leave it spelled wrong and watch when I go to the next line. It's going to have a line underneath it, and that means I messed up. So you click on it, and usually it will correct it for you. This isn't going to do it for me, but usually it does. So I'm going to undo it because I spelled it wrong. Now I spelled it correctly. Okay, number 7. Number 7 is streak, a long colored mark. Number 8 is the last one, and that is studio, and it is a place where an artist works. So double check all your spelling. Make sure you don't have any underlined words, right? And I lined them up neatly. It's not that hard to line up the words, right? It takes 2 seconds. If your words are all over the place, it's really hard for me to grade. So just take a second to make sure they're all lined up. Make sure they're all in alphabetical order. Make sure on this part you put the part of speech and the synonym, right? And then once you're done, you're going to, in the corner of your paper, there will be a white button. I borrowed Delilah's old one that she didn't fill in for today, but there will be a white button in the corner. So see how I filled in Delilah's? Normally there will be a white button that says turn in, right? And I'm going to click on that white button. I'm not going to click blue share ever, 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 ever. Okay. And then there's going to be a white pop-up that comes up again and says, do you really want to turn it in? And I'm going to click yes. And then it will be turned in. If you turn in your paper with no words on it, you will be getting a 0. So for example, if I go like this and I turn in my paper and I haven't typed anything and I just hit turn in and I leave it like this with nothing turned in, then I'm getting a 0 because that means I didn't do the assignment, right? So you can see that this is how some people turn their work in. They just have nothing on here. And I don't know. I guess they just hit the turn in button and they think that they're done. I don't know how you're done if your paper looks like this, right? So you're not done. That sounded kind of harsh. You're not done. Stop turning in things that aren't done to me. That is really frustrating to me because this looks exactly like it looked when I gave it to you, right? My favorite part is some people write their name and then they turn it in. I'm not grading you on this blank paper. I'm grading you on your ability to alphabetize, your ability to write definitions and words correctly, your ability to think about which part of speech matches which, right? That's what I'm grading you on. I'm not grading you on your ability to just hand me back a blank paper that I gave you, right? So that is not what we're doing. If you hand it in to me and your paper looks like this with no typing on it, you did nothing. You just hit turn in. And that is not what we're doing. Right? Really not what we're doing. Okay? So what we did, though, previously with us typing in all of the answers, that is what we're doing. And that is good work. Right? Because we did a good job. We were very careful. So this is what your paper looks like when you haven't done anything. And if you just click turn in and you haven't done anything, you're sending this back to me. And I made this. I don't need to see it. I know what it looks like. So don't send it back to me blank like this and turn it in, okay? All right. I hope this helped you doing the Thursday vocabulary page, typing it in. And I will see you later.